I've never lost to the Knicks since I've been in the league. I don't think so. Yeah, so it's always fun playing against them now.
Hello, Claxton. How you doing? You're 0-11 since you said this. Our New York Knicks win their 4th in a row. They obliterated the team from across the river, the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks had 6 players in double figures and remain undefeated at home this season. Cat continued his tear on the opposition with 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 steals. He's been putting belt to ass on all these teams. OG Anunoby continues to play great on both ends of the floor. Looks like Mike Brown's system is paying off for him. He had 19 points and 8 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson was a plus 40 in 16 minutes. He had 8 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. The bench contributed with 44 points, led by Josh Hart and Jordan Clarkson with 11 points each. I'm the first lady of Knicks and Ish, Miss Knicks, with the Knicks and Ish panel. Sit back, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And oh yeah, one more thing. Fuck those picks. Let's go Knicks.
Now hit the intro.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives, I'm cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back to melody rap. Think I'll put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Fuck the ball. Fuck everybody on the front. When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah.
Live and direct once again on your YouTube screen. It is your favorite Knicks and Ish panel. And of course, y'all already know the vibe because I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fras here in the building, doing what we do, of course, with the Knicks and Ish panel, never limited to and always included the first lady of Knicks and Ish, Miss Knicks in the building. That's right, show them the shirt. Yeah. Of course, you already know I got my guy Knickerbocker Ave in the building. Yes, sir. Salute. And of course, our one and only co-host over here at Knicks Ish, my brother, me partner, Kev Rodriguez is in the building. Shout out, you already know. Bow, bow, bow. As always, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing as always, Karen. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you got your bell set to all notifications so you get everything when we go live. Panel, y'all already know what I'm about to say. We're going to get into it real quick with this little quick opening. New York Knicks versus little brother Brooklyn Nets. 134-98. Belt to ass. Talk to me, panel. What's really good?
Well, we got some housekeeping.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Hold up, wait. Take me to the comments. Take me to the comments. Who we got in here? Of course, you know, P. King in the building. We see you. Somebody, please. Michael Brown in the building. Y'all know, y'all gotta put my guy King S up there. My guy, you already know what it is. And of course, our day one. We cannot forget about Darlene in the building. Shout out to Darlene in the building. Mr. Philip York.
Brooklyn.
Mr. Philip York in the building. Shout out to you for the pull-up. Michael Pringle. That's one of our day ones right there, Michael Pringle. Shout out to you. Michael Brown. We see you out here. Matty Ice is in the building. Shout out Matty Ice, my guy. Be doing his thing on Facebook over there, posting his lives. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to it real quick. 134-98. New York Knicks over the Brooklyn Nets. There's a lot to take away from this game, panel. Let me hear what y'all got to say.
Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Knickerbocker.
Well, let's just say it like this. Brooklyn! Hello, Brooklyn. How you doing? Are you feeling okay? How are them 5 picks working for you? Let's just say you just been reminded of the same thing that Mets fans have listened to Yankee fans, Jets fans have listened to Giant fans, and just about everybody else. If you bleed the true blue, this is a Knickerbocker City. But thank you for showing up. We do appreciate it. And thank you for building another arena for more of our fans. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Kev.
You're muted. I'm gonna
There we go. I mean, what more can you ask for? A complete game by this team. They shot the ball well. They was moving the ball well. That ball was moving like forget it. I like how they didn't make no bad decisions with the ball. They seen the guy wide open. They passed it. Guys was knocking down the 3-point shots. They were a terror on defense. Mitchell Robinson again, a force in the rebounding department, both on both sides of the court. I mean, this is what you expect to beat these losing teams. You know what I mean? You can't have a losing team like the Brooklyn Nets come in to your home court and abuse you. So I like how the Knicks just right off the rip 8-0 run. Like as soon as the game started, as soon as the game started, they just started attacking. So once when this team is just right now, they hitting on all cylinders, and as long as we keep this up, man, ain't really no team out there that could really deal with the Knicks.
If I may take over real quick. First off, shout out everybody in the building. Y'all already know what it is. Just wanted to add on to what Kev was saying about the runs. I believe the Knicks ended the first quarter on an 11-0 run, if I'm not mistaken. We didn't need Brunson to do a lot tonight because when you got the team that we have right now and you got other guys that could come in and score, Brunson don't got to do everything no more. And this was part of the goal of what the Knicks organization was trying to do, at least from what I feel, in my opinion, was trying to do to, take some of the pressure off of Brunson having to do everything in these games. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but Cat's he's had 10 or more rebounds in every game this season. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Cat's had a double-double in all but one game this season so far, Zarel. Y'all already know y'all can check me against the stats because I'm pretty much in the ballpark most of the time. The Knicks 3-point shooting tonight was amazing. And when I say amazing, I mean like y'all see it right there at the bottom of the screen. 46% from 3. At one point, we was like 52% in the third, I believe. The Knicks were just shooting the 3 at an incredible clip today. I mean, guys were making their shots. You're not going to make every shot, but this is all we can ask from our Knicks team, the consistency behind the 3-point line. I believe Mikal Bridges started this game 3 for 3 because he had 3 wide open looks from the corner for 3-pointer. He had 16 points. Of course, OG had another stellar game. I mean, OG is starting to understand that the dribble drive to the basket is the way to go. I think the whole Knicks team is starting to understand that, and of course, I got to quote Kev on this one. Attack, attack, attack. Like, attack the basket. They're starting to figure it out, and they're starting to understand, like, okay, we need to start focusing on attacking the basket more because as you saw tonight, the threes was coming right after the dribble drive to the basket. You get wide open looks. You know what I mean? Now, the bench outscored Brooklyn again. I mean, Jordan Clarkson is starting to show up like we wanted him to show up because I did say this a couple of episodes ago. You had to give a guy like Jordan Clarkson some time to get settled. And right now he's starting to look more comfortable in the flow of the offense. He's looking for his shot a little bit more, and he's looking to drive to the basket a lot more. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Knicks team. You know what I mean? And Cat, lastly, Cat, my guy, Karl Anthony-Towns. I need you to play like this every single game if you can, bro. 28 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Yo, Cat, man, you've had 10 or more rebounds in every game. You've had a double-double almost every game. This is the type of play we need from you more. Bully ball at its finest. And I'm going to land the plane right there. Sis, talk to me.
So I will say this. You were absolutely right on your stats. He has a double-double in every game except the Milwaukee game. So
Thank
there
you.
you go.
Exactly. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut
Today
you off.
was exactly what it was supposed to be. We're the better team. They are and will always be the little brother. No matter who they had on the team, no matter when they were beating us or not, they're still the little brother. And we did what big brothers do to little brothers, whip their ass. Complete team effort. 6 players in double figures yet again. I think this is like the 3rd game in a row. 6 players in double figures.
Yeah, I believe you're right too.
My number, assists, 31 assists. It looks like the number this season is in the 30s. 46 rebounds, huge. Let's see, 9 steals, 58 paints in the point. Once again, this means we are now penetrating and then making the pass, making smart basketball decisions, not allowing teams to read our offense. Like we've said over and over and over again, we have a great set of guys that have a good penetration skills, good mid-range skills, and we're now using that to our advantage instead of solely taking 3-point shots. Hitting free throws, 80% at the free throw line tonight, 21 for 26. Great to see. I think at one point in the 3rd quarter, before we brought in the team that ended the game for us, we were shooting at 60%. 60%. Come on, man. It looks like this team has figured out this offensive scheme and are working it to their advantage. And like y'all said, when this shit gets more, they get more used to it and more accustomed, because there was some turnovers of guys just not being in their spot today, right? Like where the passer thought they were going to be. But once they figure those little things out, nobody, I'm going to say it again, no team in the NBA is going to stop us.
I guess the question for that, with this big brother, little brother mentality or this, idea, I have to ask the question, do we even consider like the Nets a rival, or is this even a rivalry anymore? Because I'm trying to remember a time when both the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn and or New Jersey Nets were both good, both competitive, both, eyeing, with their eye on the prize. Has this ever been a rivalry, or has this just been another one of those little brother, big brother kind of situations? Because it's kind of interesting that Net fans on the street, want to act like it's a rivalry, but I don't ever look at them as a rival. They're just the Nets. It's kind of like
see Nets fans in the street?
Huh?
You see Nets fans in the street?
When you're in Brooklyn, I was at BJ's the other day, just a little while ago, and there was a dude wearing a Nets hat. It's like, yo, you gotta take that off, homie.
You gotta understand though, these Net fans are delusional, bro. They think they the best fans, but they the worst fans. A lot of them,
they're the Cowboys of the NBA.
Right. A lot of Net fans are disgruntled Knicks fans, and they just jumped across the ship when Brooklyn made that Brooklyn team. But really, a lot of their fan base are really Knick fans. The real Knick fans, I mean the real Net fans are from Jersey. Those are the fans that went through all the losing and did all that stuff. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's a rivalry. I don't think we've done enough for it to be a rivalry. Not like Indiana, not like Miami, even Atlanta, Chicago. I think those are more rivals than the Nets would ever be.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a rivalry either. I think it's more the way when they came to New York, like, oh, they're going to take over the city. And so that left a bad taste in Knicks fans' mouths because taking over what? Like, you can't even take over your own borough, never mind the city. So I think that's where the issue is. And the fact that they talked hella shit when they got KD and Kyrie and the Knicks didn't, yet still didn't win a ring. But, they thought they were the better team. And so we as Knicks fans defend our Knicks at all costs, no matter what. And so that's what it is, But like King S keeps asking, we had a Nets fan in our chat last show, and I don't see him here today. I wonder why.
Oh, all right. Well, it's my turn now. We're going to touch on that in a second because that's my guy, King S. I'm going to come back to that topic. But to answer Knickerbocker,
put on APB for him because I really want to see him.
Yeah, because he be talking hella smack, but he never around when the losing goes down.
Right.
But let me get back to Knickerbocker's question, right? I believe the last time that this was actually a relevant rivalry was back in the early 2000s, if y'all remember. We could go back to the early 2000s when the Nets were still in New Jersey. Okay. And I remember when they swept us out of the playoffs in 04. You know what I mean? I feel like you got to go all the way back to the early 2000s to really say that this was like a legit rivalry. Because the way it sits right now, this isn't a rivalry. Because at the end of the day, Brooklyn, your Nets are for Kings County, Brooklyn. That's your team. Y'all rep Brooklyn. The Knicks rep the whole city and run the whole city. All right. So you can't sit here as a Nets fan and try to tell me the Nets run the city when y'all for the borough of Brooklyn. The Knicks rep the whole NYC. You know what I mean? Because right now, this ain't a rivalry. This is a one-sided affair. Because I remember these disgruntled Nets fans talking all this smack about 9-0. And then 11 straight losses happened after that. You know what I mean? So really, I don't really see this as a rivalry. I see this as a big brother. Or hey, I'm gonna quote it in. Let me quote it in my terms. I see this as a big bank take little bank situation. That's what I see it as. All right, because at the end of the day, the Knicks got the big bank here in NYC, and the Knicks will always run New York City.
I think it's actually perfect the way Kev said it because because it's absolutely true. Most Net fans are disgruntled Knick fans.
Big facts.
When they got KD and Paul Pierce for like a cup of coffee, it was cute because we had Melo and they had KD, and they were
you can't. Knickerbocker, you can't say a cup of coffee because remember, in order for them to get Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, the rights to Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown went to the Celtics.
Okay, it was an expensive cup of coffee.
It was Starbucks.
It was one of those Italian grottos up in Little Italy that you be paying like $40 for a cappuccino and a biscotti or some shit. But look, here's the reality about this rivalry. I actually want Brooklyn to be good, so that way when we beat their ass, it means something. a good rivalry is great for sports. It's great for the fans, and it's obviously going to be great for the city because they're both here. And the fact of the matter is that Brooklyn right now, they trash. They're a fucking dumpster fire. And they traded away most of the good players that they've had and traded the farm to get has-beens. And I mean, I think that the only time that I was ever jealous of a Net fan was for like 5 minutes after Kevin Durant announced that he was going to Brooklyn. That's real talk. 5 minutes. And then I'm like, we don't fuck them up. And look where it stands today. Kevin Durant's not even he's not even with the team they traded him away to. He's in another team. Kyrie Irving has never been the same since. Actually, he became a black sheep of the city because of the COVID shit. And Brooklyn, you got some work to do. But I would love to see the Brooklyn Nets to be a good team because then at least it can go back to what basketball used to be. Your hood versus my hood. That block versus that block. This part of the city versus that part of the city. And we can come together and we can be about sports. Instead of being about violence and being about all of the bullshit, being about tribalistic warfare, let's be about who's the best. And let's settle it on the court. So, is it a rivalry right now? No. Has it been? Maybe. Will it be? Time will tell. Maybe them 5 picks will actually be something.
Psych. They won't be Mikal Bridges though.
Hey, they gave KD a free bag the first year anyway. Let's not forget that, y'all. He ain't even play.
Moving along, speaking about Brooklyn. Today, the NBA honors and remembers the life of former Knicks head coach, all-time great, Hall of Famer, player. I mean, the man has done it all. The great Lenny Wilkens passed away today at the age of 88. If you don't know who Lenny Wilkens is, you don't know basketball. I'm saying it straight out. If you haven't taken the moment to at least Google this man's name, to remember him and to like appreciate everything he's ever done in this great sport and this league and just this city, then you don't know basketball. I remember when he came to be the head coach of the New York Knicks. What year was that? Like 2004, 2003, something like that. And it sucked because we knew that we're getting a big name, but we didn't have the team, to really honor that kind of coaching skill. But my personal thoughts and feelings, my sincerest condolences go to the Lenny Wilkens family, his friends, the players that he's touched, and I will always remember everything that he's ever done for the sport of basketball, for this city, and of course for the short tenure as the head coach of the New York Knicks. So rest in peace, Lenny Wilkens. Anybody else who want to have any thoughts?
Well, I remember Lenny Wilkens. He used to be the main guy coaching the Atlanta Hawks when we was younger Knicks fans coming up playing Atlanta. He always had the Atlanta Hawks giving us a bit of a problem. Not saying they beat us all the time, but he was one of the marquee coaches at the time. He was a decent coach for a couple of teams. You know what I mean? Even though he came to the Knicks when we was basically like in turmoil and at the bottom of the league. You know what I mean? That guy was still one of the best head coaches of the 90s going into the 2000s before we got him, because he was already recognized league-wide. You know what I mean? I will always remember him for those classic old school rivalries with Atlanta, playing against the New York Knicks. So respect and rest in peace, Lenny Wilkens.
Kev, Mrs. Knicks.
I mean, you guys said it all. It was unfortunate when he came to the Knicks. We just wasn't good enough and wasn't able to do much when he was a coach. But As a player, he was a decent player as well. I don't know if I never got to see him play as a player because that was way before my time. But my dad always tells me what kind of player, that he was a good player. But rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family, and I just keep them in my prayers.
Real quick
Yeah, I
before
mean,
you go, sis, I just wanted to add, he used to play for Atlanta too before he coached them. He was a player for Atlanta first before he became the coach later on down the line for Atlanta. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna say y'all basically hit the nail on the head. I mean, he was a great player. Like you said, he was a 9-time All-Star in the 15 seasons that he played.
Word.
He was second in MVP behind Wilt in 67, 68. He led the league in assists in 69 and 70. He had a total of 17,772 career points, 7,211 assists. As a coach, he had 1,332 wins in 32 seasons. Those numbers speak for themselves. And like everyone said, unfortunately, he came to the Knicks during a time when the Knicks weren't shit. But, rest in peace to him. Our condolences to his family. And everybody keep them all in y'all prayers as they grieve him.
To run it down, as Sis did, 9-time NBA All-Star as a player, the 1971 NBA All-Star Game MVP. He's on the NBA anniversary team on the 50th and 75th. Has his number retired by the Seattle Supersonics, number 19, which is now, I think, also being honored in Oklahoma City since they moved over there. As a coach, he led the Seattle Supersonics to the 1978-79 NBA championship, was the 1994 NBA Coach of the Year. He was the head coach of the All-Star team 4 different occasions, and is honored right now in the Cleveland Cavaliers Wall of Honor. Is the Chuck Daly Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and if memory serves me correctly, he is the first and probably only NBA head coach to ever be traded as a head coach, if I'm not mistaken.
I have no idea.
I believe he was traded to Atlanta, but I'm trying to remember where he came from. I know I'm missing it, but salute goes to Lenny Wilkens.
I know the St. Louis Hawks drafted him.
He was born in Brooklyn.
He was born in Brooklyn.
Yes, that's a fact.
Brooklyn born. Lenny Wilkens will never be another. We honor him. We cherished him. And again, condolences to the Lenny Wilkens family, his fans, and every player that that mourns him today. Salute to him. Guys, I while we're talking about somber things, let's kind of stick to that, because I think I brought up a topic in the group chat not too long ago. But while we're talking about the Knicks and the Nets and all that, what are your pet peeves in terms of like fandom? I mean, I'm sure that we have some time to kill here. Before we head out, but I'm sure that there are some things out there that fans, whether they're Knick or Net fans, do that kind of like annoy you. And I'm going to start off with Mrs. Knicks on this one.
I mean, you know what mine is. So I'm going to say a couple of things. So one thing that really annoys me as a fan is when fans wear multiple logos of their team. So for example, if you see right here, I have some Knicks logos old Knicks logos. And so when fans mismatch logos, like wear like the current logo with the 90s logo, it really irks my nerve. And I'm very funky about the logo that's on my hat that I wear has to match the logo that's on my shirt if I'm wearing a Knicks shirt, or anything like that. I don't do mismatch logos. Why? I don't know. I'm just that way. And another thing that annoys me specifically about Knicks fans is the early celebration of things. So, for example, celebrating the first game this season against the Celtics as if we won a playoff game or won a championship outside of MSG is way too much. Like, slow y'all roll, and enjoy the ride. Like, every game isn't let me get on social media and act a fool just because I want some likes. Like, that shit is so annoying. And yeah, that's a super pet peeve.
Fras?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, sis definitely hit the bullseye with that. Like, that's the main thing for me that I hate. It's like, why are we congregating outside of Madison Square Garden after one victory? Like, we ain't make the playoffs yet. We ain't win no title. Save all that stuff for when the Knicks win the title. Then I need to see y'all in full force out on 34th Street, rioting and doing what y'all was doing, like y'all did a couple years ago when we won that one playoff game against Atlanta. Y'all need to be outside like that when we win the title. You know what I mean? Not just after regular season games. And something else that really irks my nerves with some of these fans, it's like, this is one thing I hate about some of y'all fans. Some of y'all fans be going a little too overboard with your criticism of these players. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. So what if a player has one bad game or a couple bad games? You cannot expect a player to come out and play entirely good for a whole 82 game season plus the playoffs. Even Jalen Brunson has bad games, and Jalen Brunson's games don't even be bad. Like, the 2 games he didn't really score, I believe he had like 19 and 17. You know what I'm saying? Which is not bad numbers for scoring. But at the same token, I get it. We know Brunson. We want Brunson to hit 30 points every night. But the whole point of the makeup of this team now is so that Brunson don't got to do that every night. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, y'all take it a little too far when it comes to going at players after one bad game. And shout out my guy Marlon Mayhem in the building. He already know what it is. That's the reason why I'm the parlay lord. That guy gave me the name. Shout out my guy always. But yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to tone it down a little bit with your over criticism of a player's one bad game or 2 bad games. It's like, bro, you have to expect that sometimes a player is not going to have his stuff on a particular night. That's why we got a supporting cast. That's why we went out and got the guys who we got. So y'all having a little bit too much expectation from these players really irks my nerves. Y'all need to chill out with that.
Hold on, before the next person goes, chat, put what y'all pet peeves are in the chat. We want to hear what they are.
Facts.
Obviously, that's a big one. I want to hear what everybody's pet peeve is when it comes to fans, conversations, even the social media, because I think I'm going to attack a little bit of the social media thing in a minute, but biggest pet peeve right now is, I don't even know how to word this right. If you say you're a Knicks fan be able to name me more than just Jalen Brunson.
I mean, what if they're a new Knicks fan?
Okay. Tell me something about the game. Show me that. All right. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just weird in that way. But I like to keep doing. I like to learn about shit. So if I'm going to be invested in something, I'm going to learn its history. And when I hear like some fans who don't know, it's one thing if you don't know, but it's another thing when you tell me that you've been a fan for this long and you can't tell me nothing. And I'm like, do I have to be the encyclopedia for you or something? Yes, folks, encyclopedias. Those are the books before Wikipedia. Before Google was invented, we have these books that actually told us our history. Yeah, I'm dating myself a little bit, but I can't stand when somebody tells me that they're a fan and like when they try to explain themselves a little bit, I'm like, dude, if you don't know, it's okay. We have this whole panel and this whole social media world that has no problem teaching you. And I think what Gene Hennigan just said is perfect. I'm going to highlight it. Yeah, when trade talks start so soon, that kind of plays right into what Fras was just saying. I'm sorry. LeBron didn't come here in 2011. He can't come now. And, now it's 2025. Kevin Durant didn't come here in 5-6 years ago, and he can't come here now. Yeah, I'm just kind of like crazy. That kind of like boggles my mind, but we'll get into the social media part. Kev, what's your pet peeve?
Really, the only biggest pet peeve I have is like right after game 3, when we lost game 3, game 4, right away, people was going on the trade machine, figuring out ways to trade our players away, to bring in players to see if those players can make our team better. Like stuff like that really drives me crazy. It's only game 3, game 4, and we thinking about trading our players away. Players that helped us get to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time and God knows how many years. Like that is my biggest problem with some of these fans. I get that some of them try to have fun with it or whatever, but I just think that at some point you got to show some kind of loyalty to the players that we have in place right now, that the front office that we have, that actually finally put a good product on the court, and now right away you just want to figure out how to dismantle it, and then when that don't work out, you want to blame the front office and fire this guy and fire that guy. Like I think that's one of my biggest problems with the fan base, and just the media, of how much now all of a sudden you got some guys loving the Knicks, you got a lot of guys hating on the Knicks. Stuff like that really drives me crazy. But I'm trying to like put all that to the side and just enjoy, like Anna said, and enjoy the season. It's so far these last couple of games has been fun to watch because last year it was a struggle at some point, sometime, because we wasn't playing like this. But that's really my biggest pet peeve. Other than that, I'm just trying to enjoy the season.
Fact. Can I add one more? It really annoys me when men think that females can't really be fans. I get that all the time. Like, people think I watch basketball because Frank watches basketball. But Frank watches basketball because I watch basketball. Like, he's a basketball fan, yes, but he watches more games because he's with me. And so that kills me. Like, there's females in this world that like sports and love sports. I'm one of them. Darlene is one of them. You know what I mean? Like, we're not here just because we're pretty faces. Like, we really know the game and, you know, back our team. If y'all follow me around, y'all know I go wherever this wherever this Knicks team goes, I will be there. So that really annoys me. And the crazy thing is, when you start like talking facts to dudes, and he know it's true, because he'll sit and play 2K while I'm watching basketball games. But you start talking shit and start talking sports to dudes, and then they start getting personal and try to take like personal shots because they can't keep up with you. And so that really annoys me. I think female fans need the same respect as guy fans.
There are a number of different social media influencers who are female, who, yes, I do think that sometimes they're using their looks a little bit more to get access. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on it, but they can school you on facts and knowledge and stats. Like, there is no, I think that the day and age of the women who don't know their sports is really starting to die out. And I can only say, I can say this with, with absolute certainty. Just look at the amount of women that are now on ESPN, Sports Nation, on all these talk shows, and given a lot of them are there because of their looks. We're not gonna deny that. But at the same time, you strip the makeup, the hair, and the dresses and all of them, and you just let them just talk sports, they'll school the shit out of you. Look at Monica McNutt and look at all the work she's been doing on MSG Network, on ESPN New York, on all social media. That's just one person. There are social media influencers. Like, one of my favorite ones that I talk to a lot. I don't talk to her, but I follow a lot. Mill Media, great social media person, sweetest person in the world. I met her once, and she can school you on some basketball knowledge. There are a couple other ones. Some of them escape me, but I think that the pet peeve in there is that when it's, I think what Sis was talking about, when guys were people were celebrating outside of Madison Square Garden, celebrating like we won the title, and they were just getting for social media likes. And I'm just going to quote something I've been quoting my entire life as a Knicks fan. It's always been the name on the front, never on the name on the back. And the reason why that's so important is because we're New Yorkers. New Yorkers take a lot of shit when they leave New York. We take a lot of shit in New York, let alone when we leave New York. Sis can tell you that. Frank can tell you that. I can tell you that. When you leave New York and people know that you're from New York, that comes with a lot of shit, a lot of additional baggage that you probably didn't even know about. Therefore, I am always been New York. New York this, New York. I don't even, like my old barber when I used to live in San Diego, when I was stationed there for all those years, that's all he called me. He called me New York. He didn't even know my fucking first name. He didn't call me Brooklyn or Knickerbocker Ave or Knicks. No, he called me New York. I was New York to him and everything. And everybody that patronaged that same barbershop all knew me as New York. And it's like, that's a big important thing about it. So when you take it upon yourself to try to build up your social media, because of course, we're looking for subscribers, so we're trying to build that up a little bit. But it's not because we're trying to be famous. We're trying to build a community. And when you escape that and you're trying to be all about yourself, that's when I start to lose respect for you. So, anything else?
And the thing with the celebrating is that the majority of them are not really Knicks fans.
No, they're just
me and Kev, we were out there last season during the playoffs, and a lot of people just went to do the social media thing and made it into this big spectacle that it really isn't, right? Like, yes, we're celebrating as fans. Yes, it's fun to all be together watching the game in front of the Garden, but all that extra, and you can tell, right? Like, they had all their social media cameras and all that nonsense.
Yeah,
like,
dance numbers
just
prepared.
be a fan. Like, if you're gonna go and celebrate, just be a fan. You don't need to do, you know what I mean? Like, me and Kev weren't there like, oh, Knicks and Ish. Like, we were there just celebrating as fans. And like everyone's saying, like, we didn't win a championship yet. Now we win a championship. Yeah, go ape shit. Bring out all your cameras. Go crazy. The city might burn down. We know this. Like, we understand that. But again, for game one against the Cavs, like, that just wasn't necessary.
Also, ladies, this is too specific for the ladies. I don't want to see you on social media saying "suck my dick." You ain't got one. I don't want to see that. I know it's a generational thing. It's something, and it's cute to say. I don't want to see a woman telling me, yelling into the camera, "Yo, suck my dick." No. You ain't got one. And if you do, it's a whole different discussion right now. We're not getting into that.
And let me add real quick, if you hating on Knicks or Ish because we feature a female here on the panel, kill yourself. Go body yourselves. Oh God. Because at the end of the day, yes, we feature a woman here. We feature Mrs. Knicks here. Why? It ain't because she a female. It's because of what she know. You got to understand that. You know what I mean? So all y'all haters, don't even come over here if you hating because we got Mrs. Knicks here. You can just back out right now. I don't even see your face. Don't even show up in the comments, because if I see you, I might remove you. Real talk. And by the way, let me get some likes from y'all, please. Press like for your favorite panel. Sharing as always. Kevin, y'all know the vibes. Please and thank you. You know what I mean?
So we kind of jumped away from the game today and went into other stuff. So let me ask y'all.
What more do you need to know?
Yeah,
the Brooklyn Nets, the belt, their ass. Game over.
It's like, yo, not for nothing though. Like, I noticed that within the last three games, we've completely dominated the second half of all those games.
So I was gonna ask, like, what impressed y'all the most?
That right there, we've completely dominated them.
Right, I think
we've scored over 200 points against the opposing those three teams combined.
Nah, it's more than that, because 137 against Minnesota.
From 200 to 250 in that
area.
No,
he means in the second quarter.
In the second half.
Oh, in the second half?
From the third, fourth quarter combined in those three games are over 200 points.
Yeah, he's in the ballpark. Yeah, he's definitely in the ballpark with that.
Over 200 points if you go back. So it's
because you had like 80 against Minnesota. You had like 70 something tonight, and then the other game you had like what 64 or something like that. So yeah.
I got the stat. Hold up.
Go ahead. Let
me go to it. Wait one second.
Playing down to their competition, which is what King has said. That's absolutely true. They're usually when the Knicks would come down, would have a sizable lead, they would come back in the second half and it just shit the bed and let them come back. These last four games, really, they haven't been taking their foot off the gas, which is something that usual Knick teams would have that problem. They just, for whatever reason, they just didn't show up in the third quarter, and then hopefully they will come back in the fourth. But they're asserting their dominance. They're sticking to a consistent game plan. They're playing full 48 minutes of pure basketball with the numbers, to support it. The assist numbers are up. They're fifth or fourth in the league in terms of passing. That's not something that we're used to. I mean, the last time you thought about a Knick team that was passing the ball that much was probably what? the 70, 73, championship winning teams where they were sharing the ball that much?
So
Maybe
it's funny
2012?
that you said that, Knickerbocker. It's because Uncle Paulie literally during the game texted me.
Oh, shit.
And said the same thing. He said, I've never seen a Knicks team pass like this since the 72-73 Knicks. And he put the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, let's go win it all then.
Yeah.
Well,
so, I mean,
what else can we say then?
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer!
What do you think, Fras? What impressed you the most?
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you what's impressing me the most right now. It's the way the offensive scheme is working for our squad right now. I think Mike Brown was underrated because a lot of people was saying how his offense was kind of shaky when he was coaching other teams, but this is not the other teams he was coaching, like Sacramento or Cleveland, where they had different personnel. Like you got a little bit of everything on this team, and Mike Brown is utilizing guys to the best of their ability. He's understanding, like, listen, we have to get away from the center everything around Brunson and start making this more of a team basketball game. And so far, through what is it, 9 games now? 8, 9 games now? 9 games. I've seen a lot of team ball in these 9 games. Passes is up, as Knickerbocker just told y'all. The Knicks are 5th in the league in passes, which is ultimately leading them to a higher scoring average so far this year, even though it's early in the season. But you love to see it from a team who wasn't really offensive centered under Tom Thibodeau. Now you're starting to see the offense flourish in ways we've never seen in the last 5-6 years under Tommy T. And I love it because at the end of the day, change was needed. Whether you think so or not, the change was needed. We were a good defensive team. We were a good defensive team under Tibbs. But again, the offense lacked. Now, this team ain't having no problem scoring. It's just like I was telling y'all last season. Before Tibbs got fired, we could run any one of these teams that we play out of the gym. As long as we play like we play tonight, it's a cakewalk. And this is what you love to see from your team. You love to see that you getting more guys on the court. You're not killing the starters. Well, hell, Brunson only played, 29 minutes tonight?
Not one starter played more than 30.
Exactly my point. You're not putting a burden on your starters to play heavy minutes like Tibbs was doing. Other guys are stepping up, contributing. It's only going to make us more of a threat when we get to the important part of basketball season, which we like to call the postseason. Because if the Knicks continue like this, we postseason bound. That's a definite. But I want to get to this question that's up on the screen. Do you think Mitch reached his peak, or does he have more room for improvement? Frankie Fingers, shout out to you for the question, first and foremost. So I'm going to start it off real quick, and I ain't going to be too long-winded. Do I think Mitch reached his peak? Not necessarily. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. There's one thing we have yet to see from Mitch that you're starting to see more of this season that I think you're going to see a lot more of, and that's offensive Mitch Robinson. He's looking for putbacks, putback dunks, tip-ins. I'm waiting to see Mike Brown start posting Mitch Robinson up and featuring him offensively. That's the one thing I'm waiting to see. I'm not all in agreement for it, but to answer your question, nah, I don't think Mitch has reached his peak all the way yet. Nah.
Kev, you're
I'm mute.
You're on mute.
I don't know because I feel like we just still see the same thing the coaches that we've had, I think, haven't utilized him in the way we want to see him being utilized. If you get what I'm saying, because we still haven't, like Fras says, see him being used in the pick and roll. All we see is putbacks and dunks, and we're not seeing him posting people up. Like, we haven't seen that part of his game. Like, to see if he can even shoot, like that side of his game, we've never seen that before. So, like, to be honest with you, like, I don't know, man. I think he right now he's at where he's at. If I answered your question correctly.
Sis?
So I know why he's asking this. So there was a couple of points in today's game where Mitch had his defender kind of posted up and the Knicks didn't pass it to him. And Frank is like, pass it to Mitch, pass it to Mitch. And I'm like, no, don't pass it to Mitch. Because although Mitch is dominant in what he does, he's still very goofy. Like, he misses a lot of catches, a lot of passes. If you don't throw it straight in his chest, he's not going to catch it. So Mitch, his best thing is throwing up a lob or his putbacks. And so do I think he's reached his peak? No, but I think the Knicks are using him to the best of his abilities without causing the offense to mess up, right? Like, do you want to see him post up? Maybe if he's on the court and we're up 30, you know what I mean? But during a game when, we're trying to flow and still trying to figure it out, don't do nothing extra than what he can give us. So, yeah, I don't think he's reached his peak because I think, like Fras said, he's still figuring out some offense. Like, last season, we wouldn't have seen him do a putback layup. He would have brought it down. Maybe someone would have swiped the ball from him, or you know what I mean? Because when he was going up for rebounds in seasons past, he was bringing it down, and I'm screaming at the TV like, dude, you're 7 feet. That's rule number 1 when you're a big guy grabbing a rebound. Don't bring it down. So you still see his game improving. And I've said it for the last 2 seasons. I think Mitch can give us 10 points, and we're close to it. We're close to it. Haven't seen many lobs to him, but he's doing what Mitch does, and that's all we can ask for. We don't need a center to give us 20 points. We don't need our center to be shooting threes. That's what we got Cap for. You know what I mean? So let him do what he does, because he does it best. He's already out rebounding teams in the NBA at playing 16 minutes. No, I don't think he met his peak, but I say right now, leave him as he is and let him improve slowly in doing what he does before we try to start some new shit with him.
Did Cat even take a 3-pointer tonight?
I don't know, because he been dominating in the paint.
Yeah, I don't even think he took a 3-pointer.
And was disappointing though still.
Okay.
Is that he still can't hit free throws? I still don't understand that.
I think it's the pressure. I'm not gonna lie.
How you still can't hit free throws? My God, those free throws, bro. That is the pressure. It's the easiest shot ever in the whole world, bro.
But think about it, Kev. Some of the worst free throw shooters are big men. It's something about their height and the angle. It's something.
They're not shooters like that. That's why. You got to think about it. Those centers are not like predominant shooters, like say a shooting guard or a point guard that you know what I mean, going to put 20 shots up a game. Like, so a lot of times them centers don't really shoot well from the free throw line. It's just the historical fact. Like, we could look back at some of the best big men. Shaq.
Yep.
Dwight Howard. You could name a few other names in there too, big men who haven't shot the 3-pointer well. You know what I mean? But Knickerbocker, answer the question. Go ahead.
Mitchell Robinson is only going to get better the more confidence he develops. Seeing that ball going through the hoop. I think that once they start to utilize him and feature him more into the offense, he will start to develop a little bit of, maybe a hook, maybe something within 5 feet, within 10 feet. I'm not expecting him to be, a long range shooter. I'm not expecting him to be something like that. I'm expecting him to be someone that can be a presence down low. And so far, if he can develop that, then you have not seen the best of Mitchell Robinson. I've seen enough YouTube videos where he would do it in the off season where he's practicing a 3-pointer and stuff like that. So obviously he's capable of knowing the mechanics of doing it and being able to do it. It's just a matter of, will you do it during the game, and will the coaching staff and your teammates give you that kind of confidence? Is like, you know what, take that shot. Because if you noticed, what is the biggest knock on Josh Hart right now? Oh, he can't hit the open 3 and this, that, and the third. And I mean, we were talking about it all last week, and people have been talking about it for ages now since he's been here. I think that if you just utilize your game and utilize your strengths, which Mitchell Robinson does very well, he exerts his authority with his size, his length, his presence, he will dominate offensively. Again, he's not going to score. He's not going to light up the scoreboard with 25, 30 points a night. He's not going to do that. That's not his game. But I'm seeing him, probably getting a 16-point game. I could see him doing like an 18-point game. I can see him eventually getting the confidence of shooting free throws. I think it's just a matter of, getting the mechanics down. More, practice makes perfect, and just give him more time. However, what I do fear for him is that, has he been in the league long enough for him to develop that habit and the mindset of him not having to do it? Because let's be realistic. Mitchell Robinson is on a contract year. He's going to be getting that big bag, whether he gets it from the Knicks or somewhere else. Someone is going to give him, that lucrative contract that he's been looking for. And when he does get it, wherever he gets it, will he then just rest on his laurels of being an offensive rebounding, shot blocking, guy in the paint that that can be a presence? That remains to be seen. I mean, once that contract is offered, is signed, the ink is dry, and it's sent to the league, and it's official. That would be my challenge to Mitchell Robinson. Can you do that? Or are you going to rest on your laurels and count your money? I mean, I'm not going to be mad at you either way. Just hope that if you're a Knick, you do the first part.
Yeah. We had another question. Hold on, let me find it. Here we go. What would you like to see with us right now to make us better?
For me, it's cleaning up turnovers. I think I second that. Turnovers are going to happen regardless. My issue is the points conceded due to turnovers. You're never going to have a perfect game. I think the Knicks probably have one in their whole history. All 70-something years of Knicks history, they probably have like one or two perfect games where they didn't commit a turnover. Turnovers are part of the game. If you can limit the amount of scoring the amount of points that you concede because of turnovers, and of course timing, I think that's like the only thing that I can say that needs to be improved on.
Well, if you think about it, turnovers are down right now. If we're looking at it on a large scale right now, where the Knicks stand. I know it's only 9 games in, but if you look at how the Knicks have been playing, their turnovers are a little bit down from where they were at last year. And the fact that, they make the adjustment this year. Like, look at tonight's game. The Knicks had 8 turnovers in the first half, 9 turnovers in the first half. They cut that down in the second half because of the adjustments that are made, and they make it they're making it their business to play better defense, communicate better. You see Mikal Bridges on the court directing guys, talking it out with the guys. They're huddling up after an and one. They're talking about the setup of how they want to set up when they come down the court and the spacing and these things. These are the kind of things that we weren't doing before that they're starting to do now. So yes, it is a work in progress with those turnovers. I think that we're doing a great job limiting them after a bad half or a bad quarter. I just think for me, it's more of the consistency. I need to see more of the consistency on both sides of the ball for the Knicks. Because sometimes we get a little bit shaky. You know what I mean? And, we kind of like, there's been a couple of games we shot ourselves out of the game. You know what I'm saying? And after those games, you've seen Mike Brown's made that adjustment now to where these last 3-4 games, guys have been looking to attack the basket a lot more. And now the outside game is working off of the dribble drive to the basket. So I think it's the adjustment that wasn't being made before with Tibbs that you're starting to see a lot more adjustments now with Mike Brown. That's going to pay dividends when we get later on in the season as we head toward the playoffs. Yeah, Mrs. Nix.
I mean, I think those are the two things. I mean, in these last 4 games, offensively, I don't think we needed to fix anything. I think our offense in these last 4 games was everything that we knew it could be. And so, yes, taking care of the ball. And like Darlene said in the chat, stop making stupid fouls. Cat does it all the time. Excuse me. Clarkson was doing it today. No need to make stupid fouls and stop the clock and allow them to take free throws. But other than that, I mean, everything looks good right now. They did exactly what we asked them to do on the panel, which is stop just going crazy from 3-point line and, start bringing it into the paint. And they've started to do that. I would like them to, the first couple of possessions should be in the paint possession. You know what I'm saying? Like once you see the ball drop, then it opens up everything. But I mean, I'm not even mad. When you're winning, everything looks great.
Kev, anything?
To be honest with you, I think from what I'm seeing so far, I like everything that I like how they're making their shots. The 3-point shots is more, because we were struggling at first, knocking down shots in those losses. But now that we're knocking down those shots, it's looking a lot better. But to me, I think driving to the paint these past couple of games is what I like to see most. If we keep doing that, attacking the basket, we're gonna put a lot of these teams in foul trouble. Could put pressure on their defense, and like Anna said earlier, you swing the ball around, and that's gonna open up a lot of shots for our guys. So, also like Anna said too, the thing that drives me crazy is Cat with the fouls, man. Like it's blatant too. It's like, bro, you don't need to be shoving people, bro. Just if you get beat, you get beat. You know what I mean? Pause.
Bro, because it's so annoying, Kev. Like he
But
hooks his defender every time and then
yo,
looks
he
to be
like completely like shoved him, and I'm like, bro, if homie just go around you, just let him go around you. All right, there you go. That sound better. But that's really it. That's really it because the way we've been playing. I mean, I think we've scored 130 plus points the last 2 games. Our offense is clicking on all cylinders. So as long as we play. And I think maybe one thing I would like for them to do is work on that transition defense. I think that's a big problem for us right now. I think that if we could fix that, I think our defense will be on point, and the perimeter defense, our perimeter defense so far in these
Kind of shoddy.
it's been trash, bro. It's been trash. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been trash. You know, we leaving a lot of guys open for threes. They knocking them down. If we could fix that up, because we're if you look at the stats, we're almost at the bottom in
No, we are the bottom in terms of 3-point defense. Dead last. They said it in the game. We are dead last. Give up 40% from three.
This is what I'm saying about the bad perimeter defense. If we could somehow fix that problem, you know, then we could work our way to being one of the top defenses in
there
in the league.
And shout out Tea Time in the chat. Tea Time, we see you. You already know what it is.
David,
you know the vibe.
We just tell it what it is. It's not.
It's not nitpicking.
It's not Cat criticism. This is the same shit Cat been doing probably his whole career, but definitely as long as he's been a Knick. And it's not. It's everyone can improve, and Cat needs to improve on making stupid ass fouls. Because you know what? Although they didn't affect these games, they can affect the game, right? Cat making a stupid ass foul by hooking his defender when he knows damn sure he's getting called for that at least 2-3 times a game can cost us points, which can cost us a game. So yes, it's called constructive criticism, and we will give it to Cat tonight and every night.
And not only cost us a game, can cost us in the long run, because the simple fact is Cat not being on the court is costly.
Facts.
Not having a double-double on the court is costly. Because right now, Cat is a walking double-double. Like, let's talk about it. Let's be real. Like, he is a walking double-double right now, the way he's playing. If you take those numbers off the court, you're not going to find someone on the roster to replace those numbers. Like, let's be honest. This is the reason why we are giving this criticism of Cat. Because let's think about it. If Cat doesn't make a lot of these senseless fouls, the Knicks score 150 tonight.
And then he said, then criticize everyone. If you watch the show, we criticize everyone.
We criticize everybody.
I called Cat a bitch the other day. I called him a bitch straight to his. I said it right here on this panel. I called him a bitch. I'll call anybody out whenever it's warranted. This is not us calling him out. This is us saying, we love you, but we need you to stop doing this shit because it's costly. And the thing is that Karl Anthony-Towns is so gifted and is such a well-rounded offensive player. He doesn't need to do that. He can shoot the ball from the logo and doesn't need to hook a dude. He doesn't need to throw that elbow. He doesn't need to, be bitching about fouls. That's what we're talking about. He is costing us costly points in costly games because remember, I think we started this season out with this one saying, this is the season of destiny. This is the season we've been waiting our whole lives for. Could you imagine Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, our ticket to the NBA Finals is hinged on him hooking one dude, getting called for a foul, putting that dude on the line.
He's a Cat fan.
Cat wins his games. Dude, I know this. I'm Dominican. By blood, I have to root for this dude. So, and I do root for him. But when it comes to
we all do.
Come on now. If you want me to come up with a criticism about Jalen Brunson, he's too short. That's it. There you go. You happy?
I mean, how many shows did we criticize Jordan Clarkson thus far this season?
At least the last 3 or 4. Wait a minute.
How many shows did we did we criticize our entire bench thus far this season? Cat is just getting it right now because he continues to make the same mistakes. But we criticize all the guys, but we love them. We absolutely support them. We just want them to be the best version of them. And like everyone says, he doesn't need to do it. He's too talented.
Everybody, if you're loving the content, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Please do that. If you want,
that's another pet peeve right there.
Right.
You criticize
all these viewers, not enough
and then you get killed for criticizing the player. You're not even negative. It's an absolute fact. When you watch the game, he's just causing himself to get out of the game by making these stupid fouls. If he don't make those fouls, he stays in the game, and then he continues to bust ass. But if you doing that, what are you supposed to do, bro?
Also, if you haven't done so already, please visit our Shopify. Copy yourself some merch. We got hoodies, we got shirts, we got mugs. Look. Let me take this down. Look at that. The Knicks and Ish sweatshirt. They come in all colors. They come in all sizes. Be sure to get yourself one. Tea Time has that new fire. Brunson on fire. The Brunson burner hoodie. I know he's got a couple other ones working. He's working on a couple other ones. I'm sure I'll probably come up with one or two here and there. But get yourself some merch. Go to the Shopify. If you don't know how to get to it, the link is right there at the bottom. Right, it's right there. It's gonna be coming on the Shopify. Nixonish.myshop.com. If that's too hard to remember, if you go to our channel, it's right there. The link, and it goes right there, and you copy yourself some merch. We got some good shit coming up this season. Looking ahead.
Let me say this. So nostalgic Knicks, absolutely, and I agree with that. Cat is very disrespected, and so what we do here is not disrespect him, right? Like, we're not calling him sassy. We're not doing all that extra stuff, but we are just giving our takes on what we think he can improve on. So yes, he is disrespected, and we even talk down on that to those fans. But at the same time, he's not a perfect basketball player. And so we will call out anyone on the Knicks that we feel needs to improve on certain things. And for Cat, it's making stupid fouls. And if y'all don't see that, I don't know what game y'all watching. Y'all not watching the same game I'm watching.
It's not hate, because obviously we love him.
It's called constructive criticism.
Right.
Big facts.
I don't know what else we can say about that. Looking forward, the next game will be on Tuesday night. Again, at home, the New York Knicks will take on John Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, who's sitting at 4-7 currently. I'm looking over their injury report. It's quite extensive. Javon Smith, Zach Edey, Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr., and Brandon Clark are all listed as out. The Knicks have Kevin McCullough Jr., who hasn't played a single game yet, as listed as out. Predictions? Thoughts?
I'm going to quote Tea Time real quick. Again, let me quote my good brother Tea Time out there. The Knicks win by a lot. This Memphis Grizzlies team does not have Desmond Bane on it this year. And he was one of their best defenders, and he was one of the guys giving us problems last year. Even though last year we took care of business against the Memphis Grizzlies. This year, the Memphis Grizzlies are not as strong as they was last season. I see the Knicks winning this one easily by double digits. No questions asked.
Mrs. Knicks?
I'm going to say what we been saying. Belt to ass. We gonna whip they ass. I mean, I said it last show, because a couple of shows before we talked and we gave our predictions on this homestand, and I said we might lose one. To me, that one would have been the Timberwolves, so we're not losing any more of these home games. We're gonna whip on their ass. You know what I mean? Like, they have no answer for our entire team.
And to be honest with you, John Morant don't even want to be there. He don't want to play there. He's disgruntled. He wants to be traded. So
What
you know
wasn't he
that's
just suspended? Wasn't he just suspended
yeah,
by the
this is what
team?
I'm
He
saying. He
was.
got suspended from the team because he's being disgruntled. So right now, I don't think I think we just don't sleep on them. You gotta come out guns blazing like you did tonight and take care of business. Knicks with a blowout.
I see this as another 25 plus point performance. I see Mikal Bridges going to be he's going to show out because he's probably going to get into a little bit of a duel with Morant. Yeah, this is a game that it's a great way to to celebrate Veterans Day, which it's gonna be crazy, man. Memphis, they used to be so good, they used to be formidable, and right now with the way things are, with the Morant issue and a lot of their guys out, they're just not that team. They're missing something. They're missing a lot. So 20 plus, I don't know, parlay Lord. Would that be good for like a parlay there?
Honestly, I would take the -9.5 on the spread because I see the Knicks winning by double digits again. Because I took the -9.5 tonight, and that was an easy one. So yeah, I would definitely say the Knicks win by 10 or more. That's a fact. You hearing it here first from the parlay Lord.
You muted,
Yes.
Kev.
I think I'm gonna play the parlay Lord with you, Fraz. I think you should take Cat for 25 and 12 again.
Well, since we on the subject, now I mean, and y'all
Hold
got
on,
the banner up there.
Wait.
I know what he's about to say. Go ahead, read the disclaimer. Go ahead, get it.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Get it.
Ladies and
There
gentlemen,
it is.
the following. Let me turn that off. The following segment includes discussions about sports betting and gambling. This content is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and nothing discussed should be considered betting advice or guarantee of results. Gambling always carries a risk. Never wager more than you can afford to lose. If you choose to bet, please do so responsibly and know your limits. If you or someone you know is struggling with gambling, help is available in the United States. You can call or text the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700, or for free and confidential support. You can also get assistance at beagambler.org.
That's always long. But there you go. Now, since we on the subject of the parlay Lord, okay, Kev, let's get back to that. Because Kev, I was just about to say, Cat for a double-double is pretty much a lock right now. He's probably going to get another one against the Memphis Grizzlies. So I'm going to give y'all a quick rundown of what I like against Memphis. We're going to start with Cat for a double-double, OG for 15, Mikal for 15, Mikal for 2 threes, OG for 2 threes, Brunson for 5 assists, Mitch for 6 rebounds, Josh Hart for 6 rebounds, and Brunson for 2 threes. That's what I like coming up next game. And I'm telling you, y'all better start locking them picks in because Parlay Lord almost hit tonight. If it wasn't for Brunson sitting on the bench early, I would have had a green sheet. Because I took Brunson for 25. He only had 19 because why would you need Brunson on the floor? We winning by 30.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? What's the point of Brunson being on the floor?
You take that L as long as we get that W, right?
I'll take the L. The team got the W. We good.
And
we good.
Before we leave, right? Before we leave, where Brooklyn at?
Oh, speaking of which, thank you for reminding me. Since we're on the subject of Knicks and Ish, right? We in the Ish. This is the N-ish part of the show, if y'all wondering, ladies and gentlemen. So I must let me address something real quick. Knicks fans,
did I cue it? Do we need to cue the rant portion of this part?
Nah. We good. This ain't no rant. This is just a general. I'm gonna just make a statement real quick. We ain't gotta go into all that. Nets fans, do me a favor.
Shut the fuck
We
up.
don't want to hear y'all say nothing. Don't say nothing until y'all win a game against the New York Knicks. Y'all been talking crazy for the last 2.5 seasons. Y'all was talking crazy before we beat y'all 11 straight. Oh yeah, 9-0. It's about to be 10. So now y'all in hiding. I'm gonna need y'all Nets. Keep that same energy for your team, though. Know what I mean? That's it. That's all. You know what I mean?
All right, Net
Okay.
fans is the
Other
worst
final
fans.
thoughts.
We run this city, and we just gave y'all belt to ass all night. Pause.
I don't think that warrants a pause. I think that's pretty direct. Correa al culo. Facata, facata, facata.
They was doing what the old people used to do: take the stick off the tree and then rip the leaves off and whip them with the
Don't get me
Not
into
the
this,
old
boy.
school switch.
all right. Then they was whipping you talking at the same time. I told you to stop. You are the little brother and know that.
I'm dead.
I'm sorry, but Brooklyn Nets fans tonight, the Knicks beat the black, the white, the blue, the green, the yellow, the purple, whatever fucking color you want to be today. They beat the shit out of y'all tonight, and we're gonna be talking our shit.
Yo, we had a 39-point lead, bro.
Insane.
Insane.
We washed
Almost
them.
80 points in the first half, y'all.
Woo.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yo, there was no Nick fan breezy in the chat today. What happened?
None, zero.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm like, where he at?
You know why? You know why? Because not only is he ducking the parlay law, he ducking Knicks fans too.
He's one of the disgruntled Knicks fans we was talking about earlier.
The biggest disgruntled Knicks fan of them all.
Oh man, we should have took his picture and put it up on the pod.
All right, final thoughts, guys, because it is Sunday night. We have to go to work tomorrow, even though we're off.
Hey, listen, let's go Knicks. Good.
Say,
Continue winning.
All right.
honestly, maybe I was wrong about the one loss on the homestand. I don't even think the Knicks we might not lose a game on the homestand. We keep playing like this. I mean, for real. I'm just being
Who was
honest.
the one that called it?
That would be me. I called undefeated. I looked at the schedule and I figured we'll get Miami back. Brooklyn ain't shit. Memphis is dirt right now, and
That's the team we got to get back. Miami. They washed us up.
they're coming.
We played them.
They gonna get.
You know how I know it's coming? One, Bam Adebayo is injured right now, and he may not play.
See, that's
against
what
the
I
Knicks
hate.
coming
See,
up.
That's the thing I hate. Now we didn't have Bam Adebayo. That's why you beat us. That's those are the wins I hate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate any win. I take all of them. I don't care who you. I don't care who you brought out of that tunnel. I'm gonna whip their ass.
All right. Well,
All right. So,
Oh wait, before you go, I'm gonna say it one last time. On behalf of Knicks and Ish, fuck every one of them 5 picks.
Big facts.
boom.
all right. While we close out the show, I have to do one very important thing. I'm not going to speak as Knickerbocker Avenue. I'm going to speak to y'all as someone I used to be. That is Private First Class, Angel Betances, United States Marine Corps. And although Tuesday we celebrate veterans and we honor them with the utmost of reverence, tomorrow it's 250 years of the few, the proud, the United States Marines. I want to thank every single Marine, man and woman, who I ever served with. And I thank each and every one of you who still serve today. those who paved the way for me, those who are still doing it today, we honor you. We thank you. We love you. We will never be able to say thank you enough. And to the greatest fighting force this world has ever seen, Semper Fidelis, happy birthday. Because you know, tomorrow in bars across this world, there's a bunch of crayon-eating motherfuckers be drunk out of their fucking mind, feeding each other freaking cake and talking a lot of shit. But we're going to be looking good doing that in our dress blues now, aren't we? Semper Fidelis, Marines. Happy birthday. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for making me the man that I am today. And hoorah.
Can't say nothing to that. Salute to y'all.
Facts. And just so y'all know, Frank is also a Marine. So thank you.
Yeah, he sure is. He sure is.
Hoorah.
It just takes a different kind. I was certain. I see. I know Gene was Army. Well, happy Veterans Day on Tuesday. Tomorrow is our day, bro. I'm sorry. Tomorrow, you know, we're gonna be doing some dumb shit tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to do you know the needful, folks. Be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to hit up the Shopify. Be sure to keep on supporting, keep on loving, keep on talking that Knicks and ish. So for Kev Rodriguez, for Mrs. Knicks, the First Lady, for the Parlay Lord, I'm the infamous one, Knickerbocker Ave. And there's only one last thing to say.
Hit the outro.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Fras having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like Logic's ethnicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it.